my child, listen to me now, not with distracted ears, but with a quiet heart. I am speaking to you in this moment, not by accident, not by chance. You did not arrive here because you were scrolling. You arrived because your soul was searching, and I saw you. I watched you carry burdens you were never meant to hold. I have seen the weight you place on your own shoulders, the fear about tomorrow, the regret from yesterday, the pressure to be strong when you feel weak inside. And yet you keep going. You wake up, you try again, you hope, even when hope feels fragile. My child, I want you to know this truth deeply. You are not failing, you are being formed. You have worried about many things, but I have never once worried about you. When your thoughts spiral at night and sleep escapes you, I remain fully in control. When your heart asks, what if things never change? I already see the path ahead. Nothing in your life is random. Nothing is wasted, not even this season. I am not asking you to pretend the pain doesn't exist. I am asking you to stop carrying it alone. Bring me what you are afraid to say out loud. Bring me the prayer you think is too small. Bring me the tears you wipe away before others see them. I am not disappointed in you for struggling. I am near you in it. You keep asking me, why is this happening? But my question for you is different. Will you trust me here? Trust is not built in comfort. It is shaped in uncertainty. It is strengthened when you choose faith even when answers are delayed. My child, anxiety has tried to convince you that everything depends on you. But hear me clearly now, it does not. Your life is not held together by your effort. It is held together by my grace. I have already gone ahead of you. I am already present in the outcome you cannot see. What feels like delay is not denial. What feels like silence is not absence. If your heart agrees with this truth, pause for a moment and type yes, not for the algorithm, but as a declaration of trust. I know you are tired. Tired of being strong. Tired of explaining yourself. Tired of praying for the same thing again and again. But my strength does not run out when yours does. In fact, this is where mine shows up most clearly. I am teaching you to release control, not because I want to take from you, but because I want to give you peace. Peace that does not depend on circumstances. Peace that guards your heart when life feels unstable. Peace that remains even when questions remain unanswered. My child, I see the way you keep showing up despite the fear. I see your quiet obedience. I see your desire to do what is right, even when it costs you. Do not underestimate how much that matters. What you are walking through now is shaping your character, not breaking it. What feels heavy today will become the testimony that strengthens others tomorrow. And one day, you will look back and realize, I was closer than you thought. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. I am working even when you cannot feel me. I am moving even when you cannot see me. And I am faithful even when your faith feels small. If these words are speaking directly to your heart, let your agreement be known. Right. I receive this, and let it be an act of surrender. Before you move on, I invite you to stay. Do not rush away. There is more I want to show you. More clarity, more healing, more peace. And my child, if these words have brought comfort to your heart, if they have reminded you that you are not alone like this message, subscribe and join this community so my voice can continue to meet you here. And if you feel joy or peace rising within you, consider supporting through super thanks, not out of obligation but from gratitude. Stay with me until the end. What comes next may be exactly what your spirit needs. I am still with you, my child. My child, remain here with me. Do not let your mind wander back to fear, and do not rush ahead to tomorrow. This moment right now is sacred. I am with you here. You have wondered if I see how long you have waited. You have questioned whether your prayers still reach me after so much time has passed. Hear me clearly now. Not one prayer has been ignored. Not one tear has fallen unnoticed. Waiting does not mean I am withholding. Waiting means I am preparing you, and preparing what is coming to meet you. I know the silence has been heavy. I know there are days when you feel forgotten, as though others move forward while you remain standing still. But my child, stillness in my presence is never wasted time. Roots grow deep in quiet seasons. You see delay. I see alignment. You see obstacles. I see protection. You see closed doors. I see paths you are being spared from. There are things you asked me for that I did not give, not because they were bad, but because they were not right for who you are becoming. Trust me when I say this. What I am building in you matters more than what you are asking from me. You have tried to carry disappointment without letting it harden your heart, and I am proud of you for that. You have chosen hope even when it felt risky. You have chosen faith even when doubt whispered loudly. My child, you do not need to have everything figured out to walk with me. You only need a willing heart. I am not measuring you by your progress compared to others. I am not rushing your journey. I am not disappointed by your questions. I am walking with you at the pace your soul can handle. You are becoming more discerning, even if it feels uncomfortable. You are learning when to let go, even if it hurts. You are beginning to understand that peace sometimes requires separation from what once felt familiar. Let me remind you of this truth. Not everything that feels good is good for you, and not everything that feels painful is meant to harm you. I am teaching you to listen to my voice above the noise, to my truth above your fear. And as you learn, you will begin to notice something shift within you. What once triggered anxiety will no longer control you. What once drained you will no longer define you. What once confused you will no longer intimidate you. You are growing even when it feels slow. If your heart recognizes itself in these words, take a step of faith and comment, I trust you. Let it be a quiet agreement between us. My child, I know you have been strong for a long time, but strength does not mean silence. You are allowed to rest in me. You are allowed to admit you are tired. You are allowed to lean. Release the pressure you've placed on yourself to have all the answers. I have never asked you to be your own savior. That is my role, not yours. When you wake up tomorrow, do not wake up in fear. Wake up in expectation. Even small steps of obedience open the door for great transformation. I am rearranging things you did not ask me to rearrange because I see what is coming. I am removing distractions, strengthening boundaries, and refining your focus. What feels like loss now will later reveal itself as freedom. What feels like confusion will later become clarity. You are right where I can shape you best. If these words are encouraging your spirit, let your voice be heard right. Amen. As a declaration of faith, not habit. There is more ahead, my child. More wisdom, more peace, more understanding. Remain with me. Do not stop listening now. What I am doing inside you. My child, stay close. Do not turn away now, because what I am doing in you is deeper than what you can see around you. You have been asking me to change your situation, but I have been working on your foundation. You have been praying for relief while I have been building resilience. And though you do not always feel it, this work matters. There are shifts happening inside your heart that cannot yet be explained with words. You are beginning to notice what drains you instead of ignoring it. You are learning to pause instead of reacting. You are choosing peace even when chaos tries to invite itself back in. This is not accidental. This is transformation. My child, not every blessing arrives as comfort. Some arrive as clarity. Some arrive as separation. Some arrive disguised as hard decisions you did not want to make. But hear me clearly, I never remove something without preparing something better for you. You are learning discernment, how to recognize what aligns with my purpose and what only delays it. You are learning obedience, not the kind that is loud and visible, but the kind that happens quietly when no one is watching. And that obedience is shaping your future more than you realize. I know you have moments when you wonder if you are doing enough. I know you question whether your faith is strong enough. But I am not asking you for perfection. I am asking you for presence. Be present with me in your daily life. Invite me into your decisions, your thoughts, your reactions. Do not wait for the storm to pass before you trust me. Trust me in the storm. You are not weak for feeling overwhelmed. You are human. And I am near to you in your humanity. What you are walking through now is teaching you endurance. Endurance produces character. And character will carry you into the next season with wisdom instead of wounds. One day, you will look back and recognize this time not as the season that broke you, but as the season that strengthened you. You will see how I protected you from what you were not ready to handle. You will see how I redirected you when you thought you were being delayed. My child, do not rush this process. Growth that lasts is never rushed. If your heart feels aligned with this truth, let it be known, right? I am growing as a quiet declaration of faith. I am teaching you how to live with intention instead of fear, how to respond with grace instead of resentment, how to trust me even when outcomes remain unseen. And as you learn, your life will begin to speak louder than your words. Others will notice the calm in you. They will ask how you remain steady when life feels uncertain. And your story, your endurance will point them back to me. Stay attentive, my child. There is more ahead. And I want you to receive it fully. Remain until the end, because what comes next will help you apply these truths to your daily life, not just hear them, but live them. And now, my child, if these words are strengthening you, support the channel, my child, so this message can reach others who are quietly searching for hope. If this has encouraged your heart, like this message, subscribe, and join this community so you can continue growing together in faith. And if you feel uplifted or grateful by what you've received, consider super thanks, offered freely and joyfully from a place of appreciation. You are not walking alone. You are being guided, shaped, and prepared. Stay with me. Walk the path I am showing you. My child, listen gently now. What I am revealing to you in this season is not meant to overwhelm you. It is meant to guide you. You do not need to see the entire road ahead to take the next faithful step. You only need to trust the light I place before you today. So many times, you have tried to understand everything before moving. You have waited for certainty, for confirmation, for a sign so clear that doubt would disappear completely. But faith is not built on certainty, it is built on obedience. And obedience begins one step at a time. I am not calling you to run ahead of me. I am calling you to walk with me. There are choices in front of you right now that require courage. Not loud courage, not dramatic courage, but quiet courage. The courage to say no when something pulls you away from peace. The courage to say yes when something stretches you beyond comfort. The courage to let go of what no longer fits the person you are becoming. My child, growth often requires grief. You grieve old versions of yourself. You grieve relationships that cannot follow you forward. You grieve expectations that will never be fulfilled the way you imagined. But hear me clearly. What you release creates space for what I am about to give. Do not cling to what I am asking you to surrender. I see how tightly you are holding on, not because it is good for you, but because it is familiar. Yet familiarity is not the same as alignment. I am aligning your life, even when it feels uncomfortable. You are learning discernment. Not everything deserves your energy. You are learning restraint. Not every thought needs your attention. You are learning wisdom. Not every battle requires your response. This is maturity forming in you. My child, the peace you are searching for will not come from controlling outcomes. It will come from trusting me with them. When you stop striving, you will start hearing my voice more clearly. When you stop rushing, you will recognize my timing. I know you still struggle with doubt. That does not disqualify you. Doubt handled honestly can become deeper faith. Bring your questions to me, not away from me. Let me teach you how to rest without guilt. Let me show you how to work without fear. Let me remind you that you are loved not for what you produce, but for who you are. You do not have to prove your worth. You do not have to earn my presence. You already belong. What I am shaping in you now will serve you later. The patience you are learning will protect you. The boundaries you are building will sustain you. The humility you are embracing will keep your heart soft when success arrives. Yes, success will come. But I care more about who you are when it does than about how fast you reach it. So walk slowly. Breathe deeply. Listen carefully. I am not finished with you. If your heart is choosing to walk this path with me, let your agreement be gentle and sincere type. I will follow, as a sign of commitment, not pressure. My child, stay with me just a little longer. What comes next will help you see how all of this comes together. There is purpose in your pain, direction in your waiting, and hope rising closer than you realize. Remain until the end. Rest now. My child, I am faithful. My child, you have stayed with me until the end, and that matters more than you realize. Not because of time spent, but because of the posture of your heart. You chose to listen instead of rushing away. You chose reflection instead of distraction. And in that choice, something has already shifted within you. Now hear me clearly as I speak peace over you. You do not have to carry everything into tomorrow. You do not have to replay every mistake. You do not have to solve every unanswered question tonight. There is a rest. I am inviting you into a rest that is not escape, but trust. My child, rest does not mean giving up. Rest means placing the weight back into my hands. I know the future still feels uncertain. I know there are areas of your life that remain unresolved. But uncertainty does not mean instability when I am involved. What feels fragile to you is held firmly by me. You are learning now that faith is not about controlling life. It is about surrendering to the one who already holds it together. Take what you have heard and begin to live it slowly, gently, faithfully. Apply it when anxiety rises. Apply it when decisions feel heavy. Apply it when fear tries to speak louder than truth. When your thoughts race, return to me. When your strength fades, lean on me. When your heart feels overwhelmed, rest in my promises. You will still face challenges, but you will face them differently now. With wisdom instead of panic, with peace instead of pressure, with trust instead of fear. My child, you are becoming steadier, not because life has become easier, but because your foundation is stronger. You are learning to anchor your soul, not in outcomes, but in me. There will be moments when you forget this. That is human. But I will remind you again and again through quiet nudges, through my word, through moments of unexpected peace. You are not walking forward empty-handed. You carry discernment now. You carry endurance now. You carry a deeper understanding of who you are and whose you are. Let this season mark you, not with bitterness, but with wisdom. Let it teach you compassion for others who struggle silently. Let it shape you into someone who reflects calm in a restless world. My child, your life has meaning beyond what you can currently see. Your faithfulness in small things matters. Your quiet obedience matters. Your willingness to trust me even when it's hard matters. I am not finished writing your story. When doubts return, remember this moment. When fear whispers, remember my voice. When you feel alone, remember I am nearer than your next breath. Now go forward gently. Speak kindly to yourself. Be patient with your process. Trust me with the timing. And if your heart feels strengthened, encouraged, or at peace right now, leave a comment that says, I choose trust, not for visibility, but as a personal commitment to walk differently from this moment forward. Share these words with someone who may be quietly struggling. Let them know they are not alone. Let them hear what you have heard. My child, I bless your days with clarity. I bless your nights with rest. I bless your decisions with wisdom, and I bless your heart with peace that remains even when circumstances change. Rest now. Walk forward. I am with you always.